Again, that grand opening takes place, I believe, the 11th of May. So a big week in the Charlotte area, and it'll all be covered right here on Speed.
I sent my RSVP in this week. I'll be there.
Very good. Very good. I'll be there as well.
Good.
I'm actually one of the voters.
Excellent.
On the Hall of Fame. The ballot. Grant Enfinger in front of Steve Arpin and Craig Goss. Chad Finley runs in the 4th spot. Mikey Kyle in 5th. We'll be under 10 laps of racing to go from Texas. Stay with us. Coverage of the ARCA Racing Series on Speed is brought to you by Messina Wildlife Management. Stop animal damage with Messina Wildlife Management. And by Aaron's. Everyone's a lucky dog at Aaron's.
Rick, we have an opportunity maybe to talk to our leader, Grant Enfinger. Let's see if we can raise him on the radio. Hey, Grant Enfinger, Phil Parsons up in the speed booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, Phil.
Grant, you're going to have inside of 10 laps to go when we restart this race. Those guys behind you have a little fresher tires than you do. What are you going to do to keep them behind you?
Everything I can, man. So giving this Beasley Allen Ford everything we got. So hope the guys at Beasley Allen are watching right now. Maybe we can bring this one home. I think some guys behind us are a little bit quicker, but it's time for me to do my job now.
All right, buddy, you've done a great job. Let's finish it off with a good one.
Thank you, Phil.
Let's go down trackside to Wendy.
And I'm with his crew chief now. The tough calls were made already. Now it's down to business for Grant. What kind of advice did you give him, and are you guys good on fuel?
Yeah, we're good on fuel. We're to the good side, and this Beasley Allen Ford, Roush Yates engines have been great today, and he's going to do his job and keep everybody behind him, hopefully. So. All
right, good luck. And Howard Bixman also told him protect that outside line. Jim?
With the crew chief on the 55 of Steve Arpin, will line up in the 2nd spot in the single file restart. Crew chief Billy Venturini, it sounds like this caution might have been a benefit for you guys with that right front tire getting a little bit chattered.
Well, as we run, the right front keeps, we kind of keep gaining pressure, and the right front gets tight, and he kind of just chatters it. So this came at a good time, because I think that letting it cool down, I think it's going to give Steve the opportunity he needs. He's been doing an awesome job. He's done a great job on restarts, and we're just getting a chance for one, hopefully the last one of the day, and hopefully bring home a trophy 2 weeks in a row.
We'll see, guys.
Steve Arpin, the last race, Salem. It was a short track. He got his first ever win in the ARCA Racing Series. Now he is behind the 09 of Grant Enfinger. Green flag back in the air. 9 laps of racing to go.
We've seen Steve Arpin go to the outside, but look, Craig Goss goes to the inside.
Goes to the inside, battling for second. Here goes Arpin to the outside for the lead. Arpin takes it away from the 09 of Grant Enfinger. Now Craig Goss has to get by the 09.
As Billy said, he's been so good on the restarts, and yet again he was able to drive around the outside of the 09 of Grant Enfinger.
When they come by again, it'll be 8 laps of racing to go. Enfinger holding on to second. Craig Goss running in the 3rd spot. You see Billy Venturini cheering on his driver as they go by on the front stretch. Billy Venturini got his first win as a car owner at Salem. Now he's looking for his second with Steve Arpin out in front, and also looking for sole possession of the points lead if they leave here from Texas with this win.
See right there, Justin Marks side by side with James Busher. That's a battle for the 4th position. Justin has it. James goes real high, gets up in the loose stuff.
Up into the marbles, they say. The 51 way up high as he comes out of turn number 4. Rob Brent goes by him in the 36.
I think the 51 of James Busher has some sort of a problem. He may have a tire going down.
We watch him again very high through 1 and 2 and going slow now. Nothing slow about these 3. Here comes Craig Goss trying to take second away from Grant Enfinger. Goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Last race, Salem. It was the 55 of Arpin winning the race. Craig Goss coming home in second. They're looking to do it again. Goss wants that top spot though.
That's where they're going to be right now, 1st and 2nd. Grant Enfinger did a great job trying to hold them off with those older tires. Actually hasn't given up that 2nd spot yet.
Enfinger staying in the throttle as he goes down the backstretch, holding off the 81 of Craig Goss.
Got to be careful about getting loose on the bottom now.
That's the battle for second. Coming through 3 and 4. There's the loose move. Craig Goss has to check up. Wow, what a close call from him and Grant Enfinger.
Grant Enfinger was able just to squirt out ahead of him when Craig got loose. When he had to drive up the hill to catch it, Grant was already gone.
Here comes the 51, James Busher, trying to get by that 22 of Dakota Armstrong.
Yeah, I think he's going in the wrong direction. Obviously, James Busher has some sort of a problem pretty much all the lead lap cars now are able to get by him.
Riding along with Joey Coulter, currently running in the 20th spot again, a couple laps down. Just behind Joey in that 77, Tom Hessert, and we see more problems with the 51. Looks as though he's got his hands full. That's James Busher in that 51.
He's just going to try to get to the inside, just ride it out. There's Mikey Kyle, the 25 car. Mikey's in the 14th spot. Yeah.
Down to the apron goes James Busher, trying to get out of the racing groove. Looks like he's going to make his way around the racetrack and probably try to get onto pit road. Frank Kimmel in front of Chad Finley in the 29. Kimmel running in the 5th spot, Finley in 6th. 3 laps of racing remain. Out in front, the 55 of Steve Arpin. Grant Enfinger running 2nd. 3rd is Craig Goss. Justin Marks runs 4th. Frank Kimmel is 5th. Chad Finley running in the 6th spot.
Grant Enfinger doing a nice job keeping Craig Goss behind him. They can do it for another 2 and a quarter. Problems. Joey Coulter.
Coulter gets sideways into the inside wall. He goes just as our leader is crossing the stripe. The caution comes out once again.
Remember, we do finish under green in the ARCA Racing Series.
So they'll have to do it one more time. Joey Coulter, though, into the inside wall in that number 16. That Chevrolet is destroyed.
Steve Arpin, though, has been so good on the restarts. He has the lead now. He can control it. Jim, what went on with Joey Coulter?
I just tuned in when he hit the fence, guys. He said, I think I had a tire going down because it snapped on me, got real loose right away. I couldn't save it. So unfortunately for the youngster out of Florida, a big hit on the wall and a big hit in the points, as well as Coulter was making his charge here to get in the top 5 as we are only 4 races into the season, but every lap counts, and we see the young man now climbing out of his number 16 machine. He certainly had a lot of people on board with him today here in Texas, including some ball players from the Dallas Cowboys. They gave the command to start engines, and they're hanging out in his pit. They have a rock band called Free Reign. But unfortunately for those guys, no celebration, no tuning up in victory lane for Coulter tonight.
Take another look at what happened to the 16.
See him right in the middle of 2 cars. Just gets a little bit loose. Trying to go by the 31 of Tim George, got a little bit loose. The 77 of Tom Hessert right behind him.
Got into the back of him. So, yeah, he was probably loose.
Watch, see if we see the contact right here. He's a little bit loose. There's a little bit of contact right now. So Joey didn't even know he had the contact. He thought his car got really loose and all of a sudden snapped out. But he was a little bit slower going by that 31 car, I think, than the 77 of Tom Hessert expected. And that's why there's a little bit of contact right there.
Then into that inside safer barrier.
That inside wall is getting a workout off of turn 2.
Big workout tonight. It's the 3rd car that has been into that wall. We can ride along with Joey Coulter. Look as he goes by the 31.
You hear him back off there. He backed off, got a little bit loose on the inside of the 31. And when he did, Tom Hessert really had nowhere to go. Made slight contact, but then hard contact into the inside safer barrier for Joey Coulter.
And that will end the night for Joey Coulter in the 16. We'll go extended distance in the ARCA Racing Series from Texas Motor Speedway. Steve Arpin in the 55 is in front of the field. Grant Enfinger runs 2nd. Craig Goss is 3rd. Justin Marks and Frank Kimmel your top 5.